Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Blur's Day.
What?
We stopped saying days. We're just like, it's Blur Day.
Blur. I like that.
Exactly. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Keeping busy, busy week, a lot going on in the world. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm here busy as well. It's been a good week, so I cannot complain.
Yeah. How's your new listing?
Busy, very busy. So offers coming in, we're dealing with the paperwork, so everything's just busy. I'm like, okay, here we go, game on. It's been a weird ride for the past few weeks.
You think especially because of the holidays this year, it'll be different in real estate than it usually is?
I do. I think we're seeing the big spring. There was no spring market because we couldn't work. So everything's been delayed. And I think now it's starting to get pushed further and further back. So it's a very interesting time to be in real estate. And nobody would have predicted this right now, that's for sure. But it's good. It's fun. Just enjoy the ride.
Yes, we're all just kind of along for the ride at this point.
Understatement of a lifetime, I do believe. So I know we're actually going out to our first restaurant this weekend. I'm like, I haven't been to a restaurant since this whole lockdown started.
Yeah. What is your restaurant of choice?
We're going to Italy.
Oh my gosh. I haven't been there, but I've heard such great things.
I know it's my first time going as well. So this should be a lot of fun.
You can't go wrong with pasta.
No, you rip pasta. Word, just give me like a loaf of bread and look away because it's not going to be pretty. Like it just won't. So how are you? What's going on?
Just keeping busy. Got a couple projects we're working on. Slowly doing more social distance filming and trying to just, enjoy what we've got when we've got it.
I gotta say, this has been so much fun these past 2 weeks. I can't believe we're on number 4.
I know.
And I'm looking forward to the time where we can actually do this in person. Although I don't think we're really going to know what to do. We're going to be like, this is interesting.
Even more awkward.
I know, right? I feel bad for our guests.
Yes.
That'll be worse. We can just throw things at them then. So speaking of guests, we have an awesome one today.
Yes.
I'll let you introduce.
Oh my gosh. She is a #1 chamber fan. We love, love, love Lou. Let's bring her on and she'll tell us everything about her and what she does with the chamber as well.
She's a little spitfire. This is going to be fun.
She is great.
Good morning, Lou.
Hello. How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Good. It's Friday.
So, before we go live, we always log on. We were having a fun little chat where we were talking about Lou's. I'm just going to say it's an obsession with aerobics and exercise. I'm just going to say it. I think
You guys are funny.
So you said you were up at 2, and somehow we got on the subject of aerobics and jazzercise. Oh, we're talking about Jane Fonda, and then it turned into that. So what was your favorite jazzercise? Like, I know you did it. You did aerobics.
It was so long ago. It was like the 80s.
It was Tuesday. It was not that long ago.
Last night at 2, you got up and did jazzercise this morning. We all
in my head, I did literally wake up and I actually had flash dance in my head. Maniac. Exactly. I was stomping my feet in my head. It's that subliminal exercise.
You're just a small town girl.
From LA.
Do a lot of people not know? Maybe they don't know your backstory, Lou, that you used to be a dancer.
My former life, yes. From creative to finance. Who knew? It's like a flip-flop of the brain. But yeah, I did. I grew up in a dance studio basically for the first half of my life, which was awesome.
And you are a true LA native, like born and raised.
Born in Culver City, raised in Mar Vista, school in Santa Monica. My husband was born and raised in Santa Monica.
Cool.
So
full-on local girl.
Once you went west of the 405, you never looked back. Pretty much.
True. It's true. We're still west of the 405. Just further south.
So tell us, Lou, about what you do with the chamber, because I know I'm a member.
Yeah.
Joel knows, but tell the world what you do with the chamber and why you got involved.
For the chamber, oh my gosh. So I grew up a chamber baby, basically. My dad had a business in Culver City for 30 years. And so I was very accustomed. Do you hear the birds?
I do. That's what
They're
I'm
so
like.
happy to hear my story. My lime tree, it has visitors at this moment.
If you put your finger out and one lands, I will be very impressed.
Yes. Like, no way. I feel like as soon as Lou started speaking, they were just like, oh.
Yeah. Oh my God, if a bird touched me, I'd panic. So anyway, the chamber to me is just probably the most important part of being a business owner. And, you know, once we sold our business and later I went into the career that I'm in now, I immediately jumped into LAX Coastal. One, because it's the coolest to me. It's hip, it's youthful, we're state of the art and moving forward quickly, and I love that.
Hi, Christina.
And yeah.
She's high-fiving you right now.
She's actually, and you don't see, she's on the other side of Lou's computer with a flashcard saying, "Don't forget your lines."
Don't forget. I got you, Christina. Anyway, I have a girlfriend, a dear friend of mine who used to own several fast food restaurants in Westchester. And she was a big part of the education foundation with LAX Coastal when it started. So I am literally stepping into my 10th year with the chamber, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, I think next year. So it was around Christmas time, they had their holiday party and my girlfriend invited me. She's like, you got to come, check it out. And like I won a prize and the food was delicious and it was just the best chamber mixer. And I was like, sold, I'm in.
So that was your initiation to the cult.
It was. And then, you know, getting involved with the chamber as co-chair to different events and the lifestyle committee has been huge, just to be able to be a part and get to know everybody personally.
Tell us more about lifestyles.
Lifestyle. So lifestyle was created, let me see, I want to say it was either 4 or 5 years ago by a friend of mine, Christina Nieworth, who was also big in the chamber. She helped develop the lifestyle program and it took off, and it really was about women supporting women in business, in all aspects of business. And then she was done that year and she's like, do you want to take over? And I'm like, heck yes. It's like right up my alley. So fortunately, you know, Bobby Casalino Lewis and I got to take it over. And now we're so excited to have Tracy Cox with One Hope Wine as another co-chair. So the three of us together are collaborating to create great programs for the men and women in our chamber. So that's awesome.
So now going back to the business side. So you had the dance studio before. That was right?
We didn't have a dance studio, but I was basically raised in a dance studio. We had an art studio, but
okay. So you had an art studio, and then you went into finances. So now you're helping people secure for basically planning for the retirement. So what was the impetus to make you want to go into that aspect of finance?
So the how, or I should say the why. The why is really important, and in a nutshell, my husband and I had an investment that we had been investing in from, I want to say, our late 20s to our late 30s. We had a goal of $1 million. And when that hit $1 million, we were going to basically sell the retail business. I was going to take time off and figure out what kind of a business I wanted to open, brick and mortar, because that's how I was raised. Unfortunately, it was a Bernie Madoff situation before Bernie Madoff got hit. And we were victims of the same exact scandal. And it was like a death, you know, just really having to absorb the fact that it didn't affect us in a personal level. We were still, you know, owned our homes. We still were making money. But it was that emotional hit to the heart. Like, oh my God, I don't trust anybody with my money anymore. Mm-hmm. I thought, I'm going into real estate. I am going to secure my future with real estate. So we did buy properties and flip properties before it crashed. But I ended up not getting into real estate because our cousin died young. He left a widow, his wife. She was 40 with 2 kids under the age of 10. And I was devastated to see that he didn't have life insurance. So somehow through the loss of our finances, our retirement finances, and seeing that it wasn't guaranteed income, that like everything we tried was not guaranteed. We were losing money in the stock market. I mean, it was a whole roller coaster. So I got on a mission, starting with life insurance, to find a space where you can have guarantees so that you know a portion and or all of your money is never going to be lost. It's always guaranteed to the day you die and your beneficiaries get money. So put it out in the universe. I created a networking group called Blend Today. That's why I use Blend Today for my title with the chamber. It was created for women: balance, life, educate, network, and dream today. So that's how I created that. And through that networking organization that I created, I got recruited by a company that provides nothing but guarantees, living benefits. So if you get sick, you don't have to drain your resources and get penalized. You can just take tax-free cash and use it to your heart's desire. And just, annuities. There's annuities out there. The banks are here to make money. So if the bank is going to give you 0.5% on your growth, maybe 1%, we give you 5 to 7% because we're cutting out the middleman. So yeah. So I was on a mission and a strive to find something guaranteed that can help people preserve income. It doesn't have to be all of it, but just a piece of it, because I don't want anybody to deal with what I had to deal with.
See, and that's one thing that I just think is like the perfect fit for you, because as I've gotten to know you through the chamber and just personally online and all this kind of stuff, and in person when we actually could see each other in person, you have such a big heart that's like you actually genuinely care about people, and it's not a facade, it's not BS, it's just genuinely who you are. Yeah. So to know that you're able to impact people and really better the quality of life for them down the road and their families and everything, it's just kind of like, it seems like it's such a good fit for who you are and what you believe in based upon your past experiences, but just also in general. Like, so that's why I love, sorry if we got personal in your background story, but I think it's actually, it says a lot for how things came together.
I think it's important that people understand that the real life things happen, and so we're so taught as a society to just put everything in a variable account, put it on the stock market. When you lose it, you'll make it back. But I got to tell you, after 50, there's no room to make it back. You need to start like living your life, and you're kind of coming to that peak where 60 is going to be here before you know it. And hopefully you can take an early retirement because you have something that's going to pay you every month forever.
Thank you for the reminder that 60 will be here before you know it. Appreciate that.
For me, sooner than you.
I was like, oh no. No.
God, you're the babies.
Not like
so who does this help? Like, who do you work with directly? I know it's like kind of on an independent basis, but kind of like who's your clientele, or who are you looking to work with?
I actually can work with absolutely anyone from 15 days old.
What?
85.
15.
We do amazing, we call them $1 million baby programs, where you can start a baby out immediately. Well, by the time they're in their 40s, based on how it's funded, they can literally start taking a tax-free income stream. And it's something that can pay for their college, can buy them a new home. It's unlike the college programs that are out there. There's the one program where you can put money into it. Mm-hmm. The thing is with that is that children, if they don't go to college, and it's no guarantee that they will, you can't use that money without getting a tax penalty because it's specifically for school. Ours can be used for paying off college, buying a house, starting a business, getting married, whatever you choose to do, travel, doesn't matter.
Shoes,
and it's tax-free. That's key. So the baby program is fantastic, and obviously the younger you are, the less expensive it is to get a program because it is based on a life chassis. So you have to look at that. But I love working with business owners, because as a business owner, small business owners do not look out for their retirement. I promise you.
Very true.
Did it, and they're done that. You think the value of your business is a lot because your heart's in it. But the reality is when they come in and do a value of your business, it's nothing like what you thought. Mm-hmm. And then God forbid the business owner gets sick. you need to have money in place that you can use to keep your establishment running, to get the health care that you need without having to struggle and stress. So yeah, all ages. And obviously health is key. The healthier and the younger you are, the more affordable it is. But like 401ks, so many people right now, unfortunately, have been, laid off and are being laid off because of what's been going on with COVID. And, I capture 401ks, which is, it's brilliant because I can put you into a plan, give you a cash bonus on your money, and you can start drawing income on it and or take out 10% a year every year without penalty or fee. So I can capture old 401ks and put them somewhere where they're going to last the rest of your life and pay you.
See, that's really good. And I think as kids, we're not taught how to balance a checkbook or I said checkbook. I know Meredith is like, what's a checkbook?
We learn checkbooks too, okay? We're on the level.
But it's like, I remember in school, you're not taught how to balance your funds. You're taught how to fill out a check.
Right.
So we're not, it starts from the very beginning that we're like, oh, money, you just spend it. You're not shown how to save. But I remember you used to get a savings book and you would write down the little book that you would write down your savings account and you had to do everything by hand. Those things are kind of gone. I mean, I actually just saw there's that commercial out now where they're saying, oh, get your kids a debit card to teach them about finances. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, I know. I would love to do a program. There was a year, I want to say 3 years ago, maybe 4. For a year, I worked with the Downtown Women's Center and did financial literacy for them. Honestly, it was a beautiful experience. It was a bit scary going down there because it's rough, but the foundation itself was beautiful. The women, from rags to riches, it could have been, or riches to rags. One that I talked to had, it was a medical situation in her family that broke them. And, I had learned that out of all the bankruptcies in our country, 70 to 76% of them are because of health. It has nothing to do with crazy spending.
Yep.
And I met women downtown, that they knew what to do, but they didn't have anything that could help them or anyone that could help them. And that was touching to me. So I did do that for a while. It was a straight year. We did 12 classes and they were very well received. So that was really nice.
Yeah.
But working with kids too would be great, just to give them, initial step.
Yeah, we're just not taught. We're not. I never was taught. I don't know if I can't speak for anybody but myself, but I was never taught how do you plan for your future.
Mm-hmm.
You were just taught but I mean, it's also, whatever. But
make money, spend money. Woo!
Just get by. Like that's kind of which unfortunately I think is a lot of our mentality, especially nowadays, is like you just have to get by, and so I think that's it's a weird time to be alive.
Yeah. I would think too, Lou, I'm just putting this out there, but if you want to do like a what's going on now and how you can adjust and not just get by, of course I will attend. I think Joel will attend.
Yes, I would love to. That's definitely something on my to-do list. So I think it would be great.
So we've gotten the serious part done. We've talked business. So now, Meredith, I think it's time we do the rapid fire.
Okay. Are you ready, Lou?
I'm ready.
Drum roll, please, everyone. Welcome to the rapid fire round, Lou. Here we go. You have 3 seconds to answer the questions, or quicker than that, you get a gold star. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What is your favorite local hangout?
Moe's and Playa del Rey.
Oh, love Moe's. They've got great
ribeye.
Rams or Chargers fan?
Rams.
What is your favorite band or singer?
I have too many.
2.
Okay, I'm going to go with Journey, and I'm going to go with Lady Gaga.
Nice. Yes. How long have you lived in LA?
55.
We don't have to tell them. What is a song other than What Happened to You This Morning that is always stuck in your head?
The Eye of the Tiger, because that's my get up and go song when I'm feeling like I don't want to work because I work from my home office.
Yes, I love that. Okay, if I say the color yellow, what is the first thing you think of?
Mellow.
Mellow, yellow. And what is your go-to cocktail or beverage?
A glass of rosé.
Nice. And your first car?
What was that?
Your first car?
Oh, I had a Mazda 626.
Oh, zoom, zoom.
It was cute.
All right, Lou, you did a great job.
Woo. Got me on the music.
I think you were more stumped on the favorite cocktail.
Yes.
Yeah, I was tossing martini or wine, martini or wine.
You have a favorite like rosé brand?
I do. There's a winery called Ampelos Cellars, and they're in the wine ghetto up in Lompoc. And they are phenomenal, all of their wines. And a big shout out to them. My best friend has worked with them. She's her husband's a colonel in the Air Force. And so she, when they're in when they're in California, she works with them, and she also takes care of their wine club. So they have phenomenal wines. One of my favorite.
Love it.
That's very good. So you've gotten a lot of good plugs in for other people today.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I guess.
residual checks. As everybody who watches this, you should be getting a payment. I'm just saying.
Residual.
Okay. And you
So-
can apply it to the retirement fund. See, look at that, full circle. It all came back together.
Full circle. That's why I love you.
This
so
has
great.
been a lot of fun. I'm so glad you agreed to come on. This is
Thank
awesome.
you. Yeah, hello, I'm a ham. I love it. I can't deny it.
We wouldn't know anything about being hams.
Not at all.
It's a very serious, somber event. We like to just get to know people.
Yes, we take ourselves very seriously.
Mhm.
So what's the best way for people to find you?
Oh my gosh. Well, obviously the chamber website or directory.
Well done.
You can email me.
Check.
I know, check. You can email me. It's Lou, Lu at Blend Today, BLEND, the number 2 DAY.
.com.
Love it.
.com.
Just making sure it's
Yeah, I
not-
can't forget the .com.
What's that?
Can't forget the .com.
You know, because you just don't know. Is it a .net? Is it a .org? Is it an .ed? You just don't know. So you gotta specify. Just
Hey,
say
there you go. That's why you're there for me.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to share with the world, or any call to action? Anything you want to share with us today?
Well, with regard to lifestyle, which is exciting, November is going to be great. It's the second Thursday of November. We will be on Zoom live and having a good time. We are talking about gratitude and attitude. So also, we're actually getting our guest list together right now, but we are going to have 2 great speakers, and we're hoping to have someone from the Boys and Girls Club so that we can talk about, this whole environment this year for kids has been, what I can only imagine is devastating. Their life is fun and school and events, and they've really been locked down. So, how can we make their holidays special? So we've got that in line. And then we're having someone talk about clutter, like decluttering your space. If you're doing everything at home right now, and for people who have kids, I have friends and their houses look like, I would go crazy. There's just stuff everywhere. But like, how do you organize that, declutter it so that your mind is clear and you can continue on with your business and move forward? So
You put those kids to work.
I would do that if I had any.
My mom always said she only had kids because she didn't want to clean anymore. And so I'm just saying.
They're good helpers, additional sets of hands.
You guys, it doesn't stop.
And those hands are small, so they can really get in those crevices and clean it up well. I mean,
It doesn't stop at my age because my parents are older now, and because of COVID, you can't just have somebody come in and clean the house. And my dad's been under the weather. So they're like, we hate that you're coming over here to help clean. I'm like, you guys used to threaten to ground me if I wouldn't do this for you. So you better just sit back and enjoy it right now.
I know, right?
I can whip it out like that. It's on my resume. I'm a good quick cleaner.
Oh my God. Well, Lou, this has been awesome. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for starting your Friday morning with us.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure, as usual, as always.
Thanks for bringing your sunshine to our day. It's always
Thank
just nice
you.
to see your smiling face.
I appreciate it. And
And
yours
next
as
time
well.
you'll have to hear your dogs snoring in the background.
Yes. Clear of dogs.
Otis Redding and Etta James. My jazz babies.
Those are great names.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
right.
All right, guys.
Well,
Thank
thank you so very much. Thank you,
you.
everybody, for watching. Meredith, it's always lovely to see you.
Always lovely to see you as well. Enjoy. Tune in next time. Like, share, post this on the LAX Coastal Chamber page. Tune in, invite your friends, spread the word, and
Make it a
hang
thing.
in there.